Hello. Today we're doing another reaction. We're going to be listening to Feels by Animal Collective. I absolutely loved the last Animal Collective album I listened to, Merriweather Post Pavilion. Fantastic album. I still love it. It's really, really great. And it made me a little bit more intrigued to check out some of their other albums since other people have been saying those are just as good, pretty much. I'm expecting this one to be a little bit more vibey. I think that's kind of the direction it's going. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I have heard one song on this album. The song that I've heard is Banshee Beat, which is a song my friend recommended me a while ago, and I'll talk about it more once we get to it, but just know that I have heard that one. Everything else I have zero clue. I don't know. So yeah, I'm really excited because, again, I absolutely loved Merriweather Post Pavilion, so I'm just excited to hear more Animal Collective. And from what I've heard, a lot of their albums vary in sound, just album to album, so that's kind of interesting to me, and I like when bands do that. But yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. The first song is called Did You See the Words? I already just love the sound of it. Oh, that melody. Ooh, okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's go. I am loving this. This is so great.
Yes, this mess is
What the? Piano. God damn. That was a good opener. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I was hoping for when going into this album. I love it. I love it. I just love it. I love his frantic vocal style. And I like that. It's kind of all over the place, but it keeps it, it's really unique. I don't hear a lot of vocalists jump around like crazy like that. I just think that the song was really good. It kept me interested the whole time. There was a lot of changing elements. It built and then it kind of went back down with the piano fluttering everywhere. Really, really nice song. I'm a huge fan of that one. Honestly, lyrically, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'll be sure to take a look at it later because looks like there's some stuff going on here, but it looks like a narrative of something like that. It's crazy. There's a lot of lyrics. I know it talks about people who are coming and going, possibly a relationship. I'll look into it later. But yes, really, really awesome first track. I loved that so much. I'm really excited to keep going. Next song is Grass. Yeah, remember when I said frantic vocals? What the hell? That was a weird song. So unexpected. What the hell? That was just out of nowhere. I love how in the previous song I was like, yeah, it's a frantic vocal style, and then this just does that times like 2. Vocals were everywhere on the spectrum. Everywhere. They were all over the place. The chorus was just and I'm just like, I didn't like it as much as the first track because a little bit crazy. Some parts that were like okay, you know, but I still definitely enjoyed it. Just very unexpected, especially compared with like the tone of the first track. I get the feeling that this album is going to be talking about relationship stuff quite a bit because, I mean, the album's called Feels, and I mean, with this song, I think it's talking about like self-doubt, but also knowing what you want, maybe? Again, there's a ton of lyrics here. There's a lot to dive into, and at first glance, it's kind of harder to gather everything immediately, especially with the amount of just lyrics in total that there is in this song. But I will look at it later. Very intrigued to keep going. The next song is called Flesh Canoe.
Alright.
Super interesting song. Lyrically too, reading along, the sound of it was psychedelic for sure, and it had this very sluggish nature, as I was mentioning. It's like everything was delayed a little bit. Pretty weird, pretty wacky, but I think it worked overall. With the lyrics here, it's definitely talking about a relationship. Young red bird, they're just natural feelings. I can't keep from changing my brains, bending my wants with my rights. Are my friends still half right? Should I keep them separate from me? It's unclear. There's a lot of interest, just in that phrase, there's a lot of interesting topics that it glosses over. Maybe this is the more intimate part of a relationship. Again, there's a lot to digest here. Overall, I'm a little bit confused by that one. Just sonically, I'll come back to it and I'll see how I feel. I mean, I know I enjoyed it, I will say that, but I'm just a little bit taken back by the weird psychedelic experimental nature of it. So, but all right, the next song is The Purple Bottle, longer song. This sounds really cool. Those drum hits. I love that. Tick, tick, tick. that was The Purple Bottle. What a song, jeez. There's a whole package of stuff to unpack there. Towards the end, that woo thing was a little weird, I will say. It just kind of sounded funny to me. But man, the entire picture of this song is fantastic, though. I loved that first, like, 4 minutes or so. I love that breakdown, though, when the drums came in and they were hitting super hard. It's super cool. Lyrically, I think this is talking about intimacy. But at the same time, there's so much going on that I could be completely wrong. I did just really love the sound of that song. There was a lot of really cool stuff going on. And again, very, very frantic vocals. That seems to be a pattern with the songs on this album. Way more frantic than Merryweather Post Pavilion is vocally. I think that makes this pretty unique, though. You know, I feel like that's a unique factor towards this album. Yeah, that was a good song, though. I want to come back to that one because I feel like I didn't digest everything because there's just so much going on. But I'm excited to re-listen to that one. Next song is called Bees. What is that? That sounds so cool. That sounds amazing.
The bee,
Holy shit.
they came.
What the hell? Wow. Wow. The soundscape to that was so beautiful. Oh, I love that. I am such a sucker for songs with a beautiful atmosphere like that, and that was just great in every respect. Loved that. One of my favorites, for sure. I'm not sure what the lyrics are talking about here either. So sudden the bees, they came flying the bees, so violent the bees, they came sly, so scary the bees. The bees. Still, just glorious sound. Glorious sound. Love the sound of that. So great. The next song is the song I've heard, and I don't know if I'm ready to hear it, because I know how good it is. I've never read along with the lyrics of this song before, so I'm really excited to get into that. But yeah, the next song is Banshee Beat. That is actually one of the most perfect songs I've ever heard in my life. That song is unreal. It's perfect to a T. Everything about that song is perfect in my eyes. I would not change a single thing about anything that just happened. The lyrics, reading with some of the lyrics, I mean, I was closing my eyes a lot during that just because I was trying to enjoy it and like feel it, but the lyrics here, what I was reading along with, are just powerful, and they make sense, and it just melds with the song a little more, and just every single line in this song, just looking at it, could be its own idea, and every line feels so special. Someone in my dictionary is up to no good. I never find the very special words that I should. I love that line. This is one of my favorite lines of the song right here. But I don't wish that I was dead. No, a very old friend of mine once said that either way you look at it, you have your fits, and I have my fits, but feeling is good. That is, wow, like, just, what the fuck, dude? I actually just can't with this song. It is so good. This is the song that got me into Animal Collective, because I heard the song and it was so good, and I'm like, okay, I want to hear more Animal Collective now. How do you even follow up a song like that? I could talk about this song forever and just go on and on about how much I love it and how great it is. But I have a lot of editing to do. Alright, I'm gonna move on. The next song is called Daffy Duck. The soundscape. Jeez. I fucking love this. I love this.
We might swim laughing there we go, changed make your
God, I am just...
what she needs happy
Bro. A song called Daffy Duck. Is that fucking pretty? That was amazing. Another, I think, a flawless track. I don't have any complaints. That was just amazing. I wasn't even looking at the lyrics, I'm sorry, but I was just loving the sound of that. I just got lost in the sound of that. It's just so pretty. Who cares if it's called Daffy Duck when it's that pretty? Glossing over the lyrics, it's like, I think it's just continuing the theme of a relationship, and just, I mean, as the album title says, it's just feelings. I do think that Feels is the perfect album title for this, because it really, the whole way through so far, it's just been a feeling, you know? It really has. 2 songs left. Loch Raven? Loch Raven? Loch Raven. That's the next song. This album really is just hitting a certain spot. Another fantastic song. This album is extremely consistent. This whole song, there's he's saying in the back, "I will not give up on you." I think that's super interesting lyrically. It fits the sound super well. I think that it's really interesting overall. I love the ooh ooh at the end. I thought that was really cool. It just kind of put me in a calm mood, you know? Just really, really chill. But once again, I'm loving the hell out of this. It's insanely good. We're on the last song. Last song. Let's see how it closes up. Turn Into Something is the last song. A little bit more energetic, okay. I really like that melody. What the hell? This is awesome. That is so fucking cool. That was Feels by Animal Collective. First, let's talk about Turn Into Something. Fucking amazing closer. Such a good closer. That was... I like how it brought up the energy, and it had a really memorable melody and feeling to it, but it also, at the end, it rested towards, you know, I just kind of stopped and just chilled for the last couple minutes, and I just loved that. I loved the progression of that. I love how the song flowed. I thought it was a really good, really, really, really good way to sum up the album. There's definitely an overarching theme to this album too. Definitely has to do with just relationship stuff, which happens to be a lot of the albums I review for some reason. Maybe this is a song about him trying to move on. Maybe Turn Into Something is talking about how don't focus on the past, look into the future maybe. She said, "Oh my sweet goodness, wish you could be here every time, but don't miss me, goodness, because I rub away every time." It's interesting, and I honestly, now kind of knowing the overarching theme to this album, I want to go back and read some of the earlier songs that I was a little bit more confused on, just to see if there's some sort of concept or something. But it's really interesting. So the whole album, man, this was absolutely amazing. It was everything I was hoping for. I'd say there's only maybe one song where I was like, this isn't great, but it's still good. It's not bad, it's just good. Because nothing on this album was bad, absolutely nothing. I love the themes, I love the sound palette, I love the instrumentation, I love the weird and kind of crazy all over the place vocals, I loved the production. I just So, so good. Do I like this more than Merryweather Post Pavilion? Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give it more listens. But my god, this is amazing. My favorite song on here is Banshee Beat, just because, I mean, it's an unbelievable song. It's literally, I mean, as I said before, it's perfect. But yeah, right now, how I'm feeling is I just fucking love this. This was amazing. Amazing. I'm kind of speechless in a way. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts. I'm gonna cut to the future though to give my final thoughts, because that'll give me more time to read the lyrics and gather my final thoughts and everything. But right now, this is amazing. So yeah, we'll see how I feel. Alright, we're in the future now. I've definitely had quite a bit of time to sit with this album, and I will say right now that I honestly think it's grown on me more since the original video. The highlights on this album are so insanely good that it's like easily some of the best material from Animal Collective they've put out, at least from what I've heard. Also, what makes me like this album even more is I did a lot more digging on the lyrics, and it does seem like there's an overarching concept, or at least theme, to this album. I think this album, from the start to the end, is just a representation of a relationship, or at least a personal experience from the singer here. The first half of the album is kind of describing the more adventurous, exciting, and good parts of the relationship. And then the second half of the album is kind of where things start going downhill a little bit. But by the end, he learns to accept what he's been through and move on, I think. Just from me reading along with the lyrics, that's kind of what I gathered. And I mean, just reading along again with everything and diving into it more, it just makes me appreciate the songs much more, because now I kind of get where the lyrics are actually going, and it's not just all a bunch of words. Because originally when I listened to it in that video, I just wasn't able to gather everything because there were so many lyrics, but now I was able to digest it, so yeah. Did You See the Words is probably the song that's grown on me the most. I mean, I loved it in the original video, but it's one of my favorites on here now, for sure. I honestly think most of the songs on this album are highlights. Did You See the Words, The Purple Bottle, Banshee Beat, Daffy Duck, Loch Raven, and Turn Into Something. All of those songs are phenomenal. Just now knowing the full picture, it really makes me love this album more, and I just think it's fantastic. My final score for this album is a 9.3. I like it a smidge more than Merryweather Post Pavilion. I honestly didn't expect for that to happen because I love Merryweather so much, but there's something about this album that just feels really, really special. It has its own feeling, it's really unique in a lot of ways, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for sticking around. Feel free to suggest more to me, and I'll see you in the next one.